The military rivalry between the United States and Russia is reaching new heights, especially in the light of Europe's recent aggressiveness in Ukraine. As a result, the US military cannot afford to fall behind Russia in terms of military innovation. Elon Musk, a millionaire businessman who has been coming up with the ideas that the US military may incorporate into its military assets, is one advantage that the US has in the race that Russia wishes it had. One such asset is the fearsome but classified hypersonic fighter jet being developed by the US under Project Mayhem, which may be useful against Russia. Elon Musk is a multi-talented innovator whose abilities span a wide range of items and sectors. He has already made his impact on the EV industry, for example, by being entirely responsible for putting electric vehicles into the spotlight and transforming them into vehicles that people desire after as a consequence. Tesla, his EV company, is the largest in its category, having shipped the most electric cars in a single year. According to its market valuation, Tesla is also the largest vehicle manufacturer. The military has been keeping a close eye on Tesla's progress, is now attempting to capitalize on one of the company's strengths, its hardware battery. Lockheed Martin has been awarded a contract by the US Air Force to develop a laser weapon for fighter jets. The laser system requires energy storage, and Lockheed Martin is resorting to the same lithium-ion batteries that power electric vehicles. Thanks to Tesla's advances, EV lithium-ion batteries have matured to the point where they will be used by the US Air Force in fighter jets. Musk is also inventing in the space business, and his company SpaceX has quickly risen to the top, conquering behemoths along the way. SpaceX is the only private company that regularly transports payload to the International Space Station, including crew and cargo. Even before the Starship is ready, SpaceX is creating the tallest and most powerful rocket ever conceived under Musk's direction. Musk's SpaceX owns and operates the world's most powerful rockets, the Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy, which he uses to deliver cargo to space for SpaceX and other commercial clients. Musk, as a visionary, dreams about populating the Mars. This is when the spaceship will truly come to life, making several journeys between the Earth and Mars while transporting goods and settlers on interplanetary missions. Meanwhile, the US military is one of the SpaceX's clients, and the business has been allowed to transfer critical payloads to space on several occasions. It has already carried out some successful launches for the US Space Force. Given Musk's ties to the US military through his firm, it's no surprise that the billionaire CEO wants to build a supersonic plane. Musk expressed his desire to build a supersonic plane in a tweet. Musk, as the CEO of the world's largest electric vehicle firm, is taking the battery-powered approach by making the jet electric. Musk's fossil fuel powered private plane, it's easy to imagine, it's his favorite, and he would prefer to retire it as soon as feasible. Musk's pal in the US Air Force, on the other hand, are working on a top-secret hypersonic aircraft program called Mayhem. The Pentagon recently revealed some specifics regarding this initiative, which has been keeping war analysts guessing for quite some time. What exactly does hypersonic flight imply? Let's start at the beginning. The air molecules near the airplane are disrupted and move around as the aircraft passes through the air. The ratio of the aircraft speed to the speed of the sound through the ear determines how the air reacts to the aircraft. Due to the significance of this speed ratio, in honor of Ernest Mach, a late 19th century scientist who investigated gas dynamics for aircraft speed much faster than the speed of sound, aerodynamics has given it a specific parameter called the Mach number. The plane is rumored to be hypersonic. Hypersonic aircraft often travel at speeds of more than 3,000 miles per hour and have a Mach number more than 5. Why are hypersonic aircraft the preferred mode of combat in modern warfare? Hypersonic aircraft combined with hypersonic missiles, according to Brad Leyland, former program manager for hypersonic at Lockheed Martin, could traverse denied airspace and strike at particularly any place across the continent in less than an hour. In the coming decades, speed will be the next aviation feat to address new challenges. Mayhem was once known as an expendable hypersonic multi-mission air-breathing demonstrator, but the name has now been altered to Hypersonic Multi-Mission ISR Strike. What does the US Air Force hope to achieve with Mayhem, which is a part of a wider Air Force research lab project known as Enabling Technologies for High-Speed Operable System Ethos? The goal is to develop a large-class air-breathing hypersonic system that can carry out numerous missions and has a standardized payload interface that would allow for considerable technological improvement and future capability. The system goal is to transport payloads that are 5 times the mass of current technology-capable systems and have a range that is twice as long. Due to Mayhem's secrecy, the standardized payload interface would provide different chances for various payload integration inside the same hypersonic system. There's no information on the existing technical capability main systems from which the program requirements were found. In fact, the contract documents state that this requirement will be classified secret, implying that top secret access will be required at the end of the process. However, we do know that Mayhem has a $371 million budget. The Mayhem air vehicle will be equipped with one of 3 payloads: a big unitary payload, an area effects payload, or responsive intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance or ISR payload. But what exactly is the Air Force interest in Mayhem as a payload? We've compiled a list of alternatives that the Air Force is discussing, including separate area effects and big unitary kinds. The first one appears to have a payload of cluster munitions of something similar in mind, such as a swarm of miniature drones. A unitary design advanced high explosive fragmentation warhead would have an area effect as well. At the same time, large unitary could refer to large warheads with multiple impacts against a single target, such as deep penetrating capabilities for use against bunkers and other protected structures. Remember, these are only some possibilities, and we can't say for sure what the precise design of these payloads will be based on the information we have right now. Similarly, the ISR bundle could incorporate a variety of distinct senses. However, the Air Force has previously verified that the Mayhem is linked to sophisticated scramjet propulsion technologies and multi-cycle jet engine designs. This seemed to refer to development on TBCC, turbine-based combined cycle, or dual-mode scramjet engines. The primary concept behind these jet engine design is to overcome the fact that scramjets and ramjets do not work consistently at lower speeds. When combined with a more typical jet turbine, an air vehicle can reliably function in lower speed range. When used on a manned or unmanned aircraft that can be reused, this engine layout might hypothetically allow for a design that can fly at hypersonic speeds during the middle of a mission while still taking off and landing on existing runway infrastructures. For a long time, this has been considered the holy grail capability for a successful hypersonic aircraft. Hypersonics Principal Director Michael White, and he was described as such by the Pentagon's Office of the Director of Defense Research and Engineering for Modernization. Project Mayhem will investigate the next phase in the development of hypersonic cruise missiles weapons using space technology. So, if you look at what we are doing now and the sizes we are looking at to give capabilities, you get a particular range, a certain payload, or compatibility with the air platforms we have today, he continues. Okay, what happens? When asked what the secret of Mayhem is about Project Mayhem, he went on to say, what can we do to develop much larger system that can provide more impact at a greater range? So in essence, it's looking at how you might be able to extend what you can achieve with a very efficient air-breathing platform, weapon platform, and take advantage of that efficiency while also extending the range to sustainably longer ranges than what we are doing now. It's still unclear how the Air Force Mayhem program will progress and what the prototype design it will generate. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit the subscribe button before you go.